Super Saturday was a thriller. And Sunday lo kochesam already. Hyderabad Brothers Kings are up against the RDC 11. RDC 11 first wicket goal pair. Well, Ajit caught and bowled అయ్యాడు. Oh, what a start వాళ్ళకి. నిన్న దగ్గర దాదాపు ఆల్మోస్ట్ 1000 పరుగుల దగ్గరికి చూసాం. That is what MVL Premier League season number 54 brings to you, and quality tournaments ఇవన్నీ. It's a very quality teams that play against each other. It's a very good start. అక్కడ పిచ్ కొంచెం డ్యామ్గా ఉంది, and you certainly expect overcast conditions and rainy conditions you'll definitely expect the pitch to be overcast. So batsman కొంచెం చూసుకొని ఆడాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. అక్కడ ఫస్ట్ వికెట్ ఆర్డీసీ వాళ్ళు కోల్పోతారు. అండ్ ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఒక బౌండరీ కొట్టాడు అజిత్ స్ట్రైట్ టు ద ఫీల్డర్ ఆల్రెడీ. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ స్ట్రైట్ టు ద బౌలర్. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఆల్రెడీ ద బాల్ కొంచెం స్లింగియర్ యాక్షన్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ద మోర్ అండ్ మోర్ హీ ఓపెన్స్ హిస్ బాడీ ఆఫ్ స్టంప్ వైపు ఆల్రెడీ ఊరికే అవుట్ సైడ్ ఎడ్జ్ వైపు బ్యాట్స్మెన్ ఇంకొంచెం ఫ్రంట్ ఫుట్ మీద ఆడించే అవకాశం ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది బ్యాట్స్మెన్కి. అండ్ ఆల్రెడీ కట్ అయింది ఇన్సైడ్ ఎడ్జ్, ఆల్మోస్ట్ కీపర్ పట్టాడు. ఎస్ చూడండి ఆ లవ్లీ బౌలింగ్, రియలీ లవ్లీ బౌలింగ్ రిజ్వాన్ దగ్గర నుంచి. సో తన ఎగ్జిట్, అజిత్ ఎగ్జిట్, భరత్ ఎంట్రీ కారణమైంది. భరత్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ ఎట్ నంబర్ 3. చాలా బాగా ఆడాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. ఎర్లీ లాస్ వాళ్ళకి. సో ఇంకొక 34 రన్స్ కొడితే 5000 రన్స్కి చేరుకుంటాడు భరత్. అ వెరీ గుడ్ రికార్డ్ తనకి. 161 మ్యాచెస్, 4966 రన్స్, 37 యావరేజ్ అండ్ అ వెరీ డీసెంట్ స్ట్రైక్ రేట్ అని చెప్పొచ్చు. ద ప్లేయర్ కమింగ్ ఇన్. ఓహో, దే యు గో. బాల్ ఈవెన్ పడి క్విక్గా కూడా అవుతుంది, అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ హీఈస్ అబ్జర్వింగ్ అక్కడ. సో మూవ్మెంట్ డెఫినెట్లీ ఉంటుంది. అండ్ వాట్ అ వెదర్. के बाद 5 for 1. बढ़िया स्टार्ट. बोलना होगा ये, क्योंकि बॉलर उधर बॉडी ओपन करके बॉल कर रहा है तो ऑलरेडी इनसाइड एजेस काफ़ी हो गए एंड फ्रंट फुट पे उधर बैट्समैन भी और चांसेस होंगे वो खेलने की. सो काफ़ी बढ़िया स्टार्ट इधर बॉलिंग टीम के लिए. सो फर्स्ट टाइम ऑलवेज एन एडवांटेज फॉर द बॉल टीम bowling first. Hyderabad Brothers Kings 11 have won the toss, deciding to bowl first. Well, you really want to use that field restrictions. Bharat has just entered with 3 balls. What would the mindset of Bharat be? Oh, right hand left arm bowler. The first bowler, that's nicely driven away. Well, easing into the drive there was Varun. What a shot that was. That is gone for 4. Superbly played from Varun. Well, this will really set up his confidence so well. Oh, what a cover drive. This is brilliant batting. Well, a known face, Varun. Well, this man has really played even in the Ramki Premier League. I know how he plays. An excellent player, this man. Yes, he's a fantastic player. The way he has eased into that drive is so good. So agile, the way he walks, he plays. That's one more for you. 2 runs to the tally. This man has as well got a very good record. Well, in Ramki Premier League final, I clearly remember the player to watch out for his team was this man. All the players, well, in fact, all the fans which came from the Ramki estates really cheered up for this man. As always, a great asset for the team. Again, nicely played on the up there. So this will be really giving Ismail the confidence too, because the ball is swinging away, though Varun has eased it. Well, Bharat and Varun is a good players for you. Again, Vid being presented there straight to the fielder. So yesterday more back of the length the bowlers bowled in the first few overs. We've seen deep back foot point taking catches. In fact, where those cuts, the flashy drives, the flashy cuts in the first few overs, we really see the ball just flying away. The fielder station there, exactly the side angle camera. You see the ball going past the boundaries, but yesterday the batsman was out there. So are we seeing something like that today? Again easing into that drive there. Is this going past the fielder? No. Well, what will be giving Varun that confidence away is really easing into those drives. The stride is so good, using his height so well there. Well, 18-4 Varun is really known for this. Well, I remember in one of the matches there where one of the teams got all out for 68 in Ramki Premier League. Oh, Varun was all over them. 33 in just 20 balls. They completed the match in the power play itself. Well, Varun playing on the offside so well. Boundary percentage so far on the offside has been 100% for him. Well, he'll give everything for the team. To Chugan, a good comeback this from Ismail. 15 for 1. Well known faces these, Captain Anil as well. He's played in the Ramki Premier League. Well, they were crowned champions 3 months back. Well, what a Premier League it was. It's a good team this. Well, all their hard work paying off. Well, Mickey was there, Anil Kumar was there, Rajput was there. Well, Narayan, I believe, is one of them missing in the team. It's a good opposition to play against for the RDC 11. Well, again analysing the squads. Well, a young side this, I must say. Well, Ismail starting very well here. 𝗀𝗃𝗃, another senior pro in the team, and after that Qadir. Well, all these will be very important as far as that batting lineup is concerned. Imran for you. With this team more representing the prime 11. Where more senior team is a more young team this. But yes, again getting to play against quality sides. You'll always have the upper hand, always have the advantage of expressing yourself. Slinger actions are very rare to find. This really good bowling from Rizwan. The way he started with pitch will be really damp. The ball will as well hold on the surface. We clearly know that. Well, yes, we'll have a look at this. Yesterday, the highest score which says was 203. Again, nicely eased into the quick run there. It's a very good run. The batsman being very proactive. And have a look at that, the packed offside field. They're really making the batsman play on the front foot. Now, will the edge be induced here? Always an advantage if you're making the batsman play on the front foot. Always looking for that outside edge. Well, at the moment, it's only been singles. They've been. And again, good running this. This is really very good. Is that out there? A good throw at the non-striker's end. The umpire said no. Running has been quite proactive. 3 gone, 19 for 1. Another good over this from Rizwan. This time only giving away 4. 3 gone, 19 for 1 in the RDC 11. The 3 gone, 19 for 1. I must say a very cautious start here for the RDC 11. The bowlers have been really good, the Hyderabadi Brother Kings bowlers, especially Rizwan. 2 overs, 1 for 9. The way he has been bowling again, the advantage of having a sling air action is taking a very good toll of that. We'll have a look at that. 2 bowlers, one bowling with a completely open body, another bowler really very conventional action, completely bowling with a very closed body there. Well, once you open your body there, the back foot contact is one of the other things with the bowlers. We'll have a look at that. A more outswing that the batsmen have to face. But once there is always that conventional action, especially the bowler coming round the wicket. Yes, the bowler coming round the wicket, the ball will hold onto the surface like this and you will be really more on the middle end off. And what has been so good is the lengths from the bowlers here. They've been more around the middle end off. Not one bowler out of the 2 have been really giving them width for the batsman to play with. It's only one time where the batsman has leaned into the drive. But apart from that, both have been quite economical. This is very good improvement as far as Ismail as well is concerned. Very slow, nimble bowler this man. But the lengths have been immaculate so far. The fielders as well have been really proactive at the point, the gully, the third man for you. There's always these regulation positions where we have already seen one of the edges fly, but the fielders not letting the ball pass go them. Well, yesterday 258 was scored. In fact, the highest score so far that has remained in the tournament. So combinedly, I believe around 40 sixes which was smashed yesterday. So what a day it was. The team starting first. They've been simply outstanding. Again, that's edged away and there you go. The third man being very active. That is the reason of having a very advantageous and a young side. They'll always be on your feet. But the batsmen are running well here. Well, you get this with Varun and Bharat. No doubt about that. Varun, even though you'll not get those boundaries, he knows to really convert them into some good shots. He'll be really proactive as far as those runs are concerned for you. But yes, somewhere on the corner, the boundaries must be really needed. The power play, they'll at least want to tonk around 40-45. And have a look at that. The variations in the bounce. The more the bowler is hitting a good length, the ball is not climbing much. Now the ball is slightly more climbed onto Varun there. And the batsman playing with the soft hands always advantageous. What an improvement this is. This is a brilliant over from Ismail, I must say. The first over he conceded 10 runs, only 1 boundary was given away. This over he has been very miserly. The lengths he has been hitting has been outstanding to watch. Batsman has danced down the track, that's over the fielder there. Well, for some time we thought he was in action. But he had to take a chance there, Bharat. The fielder over the ball was well over the point there. It was in action, but not to be. The boundary for Bharat. Much needed one for the RDC. 26 for 1 after 4. Well, in fact, deep back foot point, that's nicely played away there. But Ismail was bowling so tightly, so tightly up till that point. Well, again, that length was nothing wrong with the bowler. The angle in which the batsman played was really the batsman's brilliance in that last one. Well, you can't let the power play just go in vain like that, especially the batting team. You can't get the bowling team overpower you all the time. And he has really realized some boundaries for the need of the hour and tonged one. So Varun 11 in 10 as well. The strike rate 110. Would he want to open his shoulders to? Another 2 overs remain in the power play there. Wasim is into the attack. Wasim, an experienced bowler, 173 matches, 217 wickets. That is what you get with a young side and experienced bowling lineup. Well, this is what the Prime 11 yesterday as well have done. In fact, second match, they really believed that the bowling would really come to the fort. But yes, this is an advantage when you're playing that first match. The conditions are always favourable for you. A good decision as far as the captain is concerned, winning the toss, batting, opting to field first there. Well, Varun, you'll get this with him. One of the good components you'll have, will not see him rush. No doubts about that. Well, even though the bowlers are good, he'll just take his time and rotate the strike. And that is what even some good players say about. The T20 game is just not about thrashing the ball all the way, every time. But when the bowlers are having the upper hand, just respect them. Just rotate the strike. That is where you just accumulate runs. Dances down the track again. Is that going through now? The last time around, the fielder we thought the fielder was in action. The fielder deep back foot point was over him quite convincingly. It's a good stroke that from Bharat. Bharat 10 in 11. Again, the boundary frequency is where he should really improve. And 12 balls is taken so far. The dot ball frequency is decent for this man. That is in the air. I believe this will go for 4. Yes, that will go for 4. Or yes, that will go for 4. A short ball. This easy pickings is for the batsman. Well, he had all the time in the world, Bharat, to just play it away for 4. A short ball. The batsman will always penalize you. Well, 2 back-to-back boundaries, so certainly. He's just broken that jinx of scoring boundaries at regular intervals now. Another short ball again behind the wicket. That's nicely played away. This is tremendous batting from the bat of Bharat here. It's quickly changed gears. You've seen the bowlers quite dominate here. Once the ball is short or the ball is holding on the surface, the bouncers have to be surprising. When the batsman having height is nicely pulled it away behind the wicket. We've seen some excellent shots yesterday behind the wicket too. There is one for today. A slower, this is very well bowled from Wasim. A slow, very well bowled. He really understood the trajectory. A 5 gone. It's a good comeback, I must say, for the RDC 11. 35 for 1 after 5. $35 for 1 after 5. 2 good boundaries being scored there. The bowlers trying to do something different. Wasim. But again, the experience of Bharat just coming to the fort just tells you, well, niche is the experience, isn't it? He really told what he's made up of. 2 good shots back to back. Yesterday behind the wicket we have seen the batsmen using the pace of the bowlers to just play those scoops from the off stump, from the leg stump. The way they've got into positions was absolutely terrific to watch. But here the first time, a different man, different story. Varun on strike. Oh, that was smashed away. That was a good stop from Imran there. That must have definitely woken him up. I'll say, I'll use one term, chin music. The conventional term where the bowlers, when they are having the upper hand against the batsman, that was used. That was struck beautifully. Varun has got very good hands. Very good hands. The stride again. The way he has expanded his hands, his expansive drives is what you get with him. That was smashed away. A good stop from Imran. That will really give him loads and loads of confidence. We always talk about the bowlers when he bowls dot balls, giving him confidence. But a stop like that, the ball is struck at that pace, is seriously good. The keeper now is standing up to the stumps. Well, I think this is a move to just negotiate the batsman going down the track. We've already seen Bharat dance down the track once. What will it be now? Will it be more closer to the off stump? Back of the length, that is a wide there. What will the umpire indicate? Yes, it is a wide there. Well, the idea is right. The idea is right from Imran. More on the top of off. Here the wicketkeeper will be really ready with the gloves behind the wicket. And the fielder at the point as well will be looking for those flashy drives. Yes, the batsman will definitely love to play those. The fielder at point, third man is once the wicketkeeper is almost straight and near the stumps, you will expect the batsman to do more occasionally about this. The batsman will try to open the face of the bat or else try to cut. The two fielders will be really ready, and another 4 balls remain. That's again nicely played away. That is going over. Now the angle is different, the region is different, but the batsman is the same. 3 boundaries in consecutive overs for Bharat. In consecutive over for Bharat, yes. The strike rate is improving so well. Well, that is what happens. Cool and composed head is always so good to watch. He'll get the loose balls. Like I was saying about this, RDC 11 can't get the bowlers over par you. That power play score is always something they'll want to really see. It's just nicely played away. Is that going into the gap? Yes, indeed. Now, what a good shot that was. 2 shots. Now this time the ball went towards the cow corner. That was really well played. So once the ball is being shot, Bharat, he is being very destructive. So even when the Hyderabad Brother Kings are coming up with a different plan, the batsman has an answer. Well, are we seeing the RDC reach 50? Another 2 balls remain. That's very well bowled here from Imran. Well, Varun, I believe, was setting up for some shot, but again a slingier action. So these boys are really blessed. Well, are we seeing a Yorker? Are we seeing another wicket fall? This partnership, a much needed one, 37 in 32. So they end the power play in a very respectable fashion, the RDC 11. So Imran, despite going for a boundary, comes back well. 43 for 1 after 6. I must say, of the first few overs, the Brothers Kings have slightly dominated, and the last 2 overs have produced those 18 runs, where Bharat has got into the groove. The bowlers will now realize that the short balls are not something in their arsenal. So yes, once the field opens up, now you have the options of pushing 3 more fielders. The bowlers can now really bowl in a very relaxed manner. Now we're seeing spin straight away into the attack. J-With is into the bowling crease. Varun has played cautiously, 14 in 15. Are we seeing him attack at the moment? It will be really interesting how he takes his game and paces from here on. With the instincts Bharat is having, who's playing so well, who's really hitting those boundaries, 23 in 18. I don't think Varun will really rush. But on the contrary, strike rate is something that will be on the back of his mind. So 5 boundaries so far that have been scored in score of 43. So the Hyderabad Brothers Kings have really restricted the opposition quite well. Only 20 runs which are being given away in the score of 43. So boundary percentage happening to be only 50 here. Well, in fact, boundary percentage here in this ground conventionally seems to be over 70. So are they bouncing back with a wicket here? That is in the air. That is in the air. That is going for 4 there. That is gone for 4 for Varun. And with this, he has unleashed another milestone. A 300th boundary for Varun. He really received a cheer from the dugout. And I must say, he really received a cheer from the dugout for that boundary. Varun is very strong through the covers. You can never know Well, that was just an ordinary piece of fielding there. It must have been stopped. Well, Javed will be definitely disappointed with that fielding effort. Well, it is these sort of efforts that really hunt you down. There you go. One cross-batted hike from Varun. Yes, the ball keeping low. Wicket keeper as well. He'll be ready up for this contest, because the ball, the way he's going to receive the ball, the bounce is not as much as there, because the ball is holding in the wicket. Again, Varun knows how to play that. He's very good in front of the wicket for you. The unconventional shots we rarely get to see, but yes, a risk-free player, Varun. With that single, the 50 is up for the RDC 11. This partnership being very cautious, 45 and 36. Once you lose a wicket inside the power play, the consolidation is what you really require, and these two have done absolutely that. Well bowled this from Imran, and not giving any pace to reckon with. Well, yesterday we had the pace for the bowlers to reckon with. That's the reason we have seen any number of sixes which have flown. We've seen a very high scoring games. And could you realize 200 was hit 4 times in the day? Again, walking down the track, you get to see this with Bharat again. The wicket keeper, on the contrary, the wicket keeper and the bowler, that will be a challenge for him, how to negotiate this man. I don't think standing back would be something that the wicket keeper must be really eyeing on. That's nicely played. Is that going into the gap? No, he finds the fielder. And another misfield in the over. Is not at all entertaining this. But RDC 11 will take it, and so will Varun. Score moves on to 56 for 1 after 7. Well, what a quiet start to the day. Different matches, different stories, different chapters. That's the reason I say cricket is such a fantastic game. You never know which team, what batsman and what caliber they are built with. Well, yesterday, almost at the same time, we've seen team goes past 90-95. And today, have a look at this. The run rate. This is the conventional way that the teams play. They'll be very, very cautious, and at the end of 10, the score would be somewhere closer to 75, in between 75 and 90. The partnership just going past 50 with that boundary. Oh, that's through the wicket keeper again. 3 back-to-back boundaries, and now what is even more hurting is that's an extra. The last over as well. The scene, the fielder not catching the ball, the runs coming in form of misfields, now the runs coming in form of extras. Well, the wicketkeeper certainly tried to stop that, but that went through. The runs coming thick and fast, the last 2 overs costing 26. In fact, the last 4 overs costing 45. So what a comeback this for the RDC 11. Well, in double quick time, they've really upped the ante here. Well, it's a real time that the Hyderabadi Brothers Kings need a wicket. The first 4 overs, they have been really outstanding. But after that, once the partnership builds, this is what really happens. They try to cut loose. Yes, this is what you ought to do, isn't it? Well, consistency is the key to success. Well, one length is where you ought to hit. Now we've seen the bowlers bowling short. Well, we've seen this with Wasim. He's been bowling short. at current rate at one point of time is lurking around 6. Oh, that progress is nicely moved, and now that is a good move from the wicketkeeper. Yes, the last time around he thought to stop with his body. Now he got the pads in place. It's a good comeback this from the wicketkeeper. Well, wicketkeeper, I must say, they will be proactive as far as the team is concerned. Appeal and appeal and appeal. Yes, that is gone. The umpire gives it out. And that's the partnership broken. And they are appealing for a review, and now we don't have a review for an LBW here. And that's a huge break. I must say, Bharat was playing so well. He was really playing well. He changed gears. And what a way for Imran to get a wicket. He was consistently being around the off stump. The last ball as well. He's overjoyed, because hitting the hard and the good length is always so productive. Now, once having a sling air action, middle and off stump is something that the bowler will always have in their arsenal. It's a big break and a good partnership broken. Bharat, who was starting to look slightly more loose, slightly more composed, walks back to the hut. He's gone for 26. Well, the bowler really went straight away. And RDC 11 lose 2. Bharat will be disappointed after getting out of the way he got it. After getting out and getting started. And he got a start, he got out. 64 for 2. Well, 64 for 2. So Arif, we await a milestone for that mighty man. 2000 runs today. So it'll be a super milestone once he has unleashed that. Varun has unleashed a milestone too. 3000th boundary Varun has scored in his career. What a career, what a splendid career for him. And another, oh. Well, the bowler thought the batsman must have clipped that. Well, Rajput makes his way into the batting crease. He's in at number 4 and he's in at a very important position. 222 matches, 2,500 runs. The strike rate is something which he really want to correct. 109 is the strike rate. A very decent average, I must say, in 2020s. We really expect this. An average of somewhere around 25, in between 25 to 40. For the batsman coming in at number 4, quite acceptable. But yes, this man can play. Well, what would they want is risk-free and rewarding cricket and boundaries to an extent. Oh, that's a lovely ball there, leaving the batsman. What a lovely over from Imran. This is what wickets do. Wickets does to you. Confidence. And Imran has built that. 65 for 2 after it. And getting that big wicket of Bharat in the over. So it gone 65 for 2. Varun 25 in 20 getting a start. What a last ball to face. Nuthan facing a wonderful ball from Imran. The ball leaving Imran again, back of the length, so good. And the wicketkeeper really improving his instincts here. Collecting the ball at the quiet and a good place. Well, he let away one ball for a boundary. But again, bouncing back, he really negotiated another ball which we could have thought could have gone for 4. And collecting a ball at a quite good height, the last one. So Varun, that responsibility now is slightly more even higher, as you were really discussing, in a partnership where one batsman has got a good grasp on the pitch, will always be at ease. Varun will like to play himself more now. Well, Rajput, this will be a good challenge for him, no doubt about that, because a wicket has fallen, the time to prove for this man. When the team needs you, you really have to step up. When the bowlers especially, particularly, are bowling well. Bowlers are going through a good patch. The spinners have to really use the conditions. Well, yesterday, though they have been the leading wicket takers, we have seen the bowlers, we've seen the batsmen dominating them. Well, in fact, it's been over 4 spinners. The average economy rate for a spinner has been somewhere close to 10. That is smash back. That will go for 4. What a good stroke from the bat of Varun. A splendid shot there, down the ground. Again tossing it up, but the bowler committing an error here. Being full, Varun moves into the 30s. Will quietly making a mark for his team. The score moves into the 70s. Oh, what a good stroke there. The fielder absolutely had no chance. So does the bowler there. And again tossing a ball up. Is this going into the gap? How we conventionally see the field slightly open up in these few overs, especially when the spinners are bowling. But are we wanting to see a fielders on the leg side to just stop these singles and infuse that pressure? Well, 99% the field is opened out, and conventionally the teams would want to have a very strong and a dominant offside field. Would the teams want to correct that? Well, time will only tell. Well, that's a good bowling up from Abid. Is really improved from the last ball. Yes, that is the reason I say from ball to ball the improvement has to be shown. For quite the fact that the bowler tossing the ball up, the drift is drilled down the ground, now he's flighting it back of the length. Wonderfully bowled from Abid. So 9 gone, 74 for 2 with the RDC 11. Well, 9 gone, 74 for 2. Ajit was dismissed very early today, 4 in 3. That was smashed back. Rizwan taking a very good catch. And Bharat, he was really playing well, especially dancing down the track. Yesterday we've seen the same instincts from another batsman, Ram Patil. Playing so well, dancing down the track. He was so good in the areas where Bharat was. Especially when the only difference was he was so good down the ground and over covers. Whereas Bharat today has been so good pulling the ball and through third man and the deep point, and in fact deep back foot point. But yes, we always see the batsman playing some beautiful shots from the crease. But once towards the pitch of the ball, they always look attractive. So Varun making his mark, 32 in 24. He drilled down the ground the last one. What a good shot it was. Now from this end we have seen so many sixes. Now we'll change ends after another 5 balls. We've seen some super sixes down the ground yesterday. The same region we have seen 10 sixes inside 1 hour. Asif, the likes of Vikrant yesterday, the likes of Asad yesterday, they have been in terrific touch. But the Hyderabad brothers Kings have bounced back really well. Abid in the last over, flighting the ball well. He really knew what lengths to bowl. Well, the RDC 11 again, the average 10 over score somewhere around 75 to 90, and they are really hitting towards the good patch in the middle where they had that 45 runs in the 4 overs. At that point of time, Varun and Bharat, very especially Bharat, was playing so well. Seeing the back of him, they've done absolutely well. The last 2 overs have been quite, at the moment, the last 9 balls in fact, Only one boundary being scored. Oh, beautifully bowled there. Well. This is not expected from Varun. Again trying to play on the up again. Just trying to manufacture the gap through the cover. Just missing the outside edge. The wicketkeeper is just improving and improving and improving. That stop, especially of the wide, giving him loads of confidence. We're approaching the 10th over. Are we seeing any wicket? Are we seeing the wicket of Varun fall? That was an inside straight to the fielder at fine leg there. Very economical from Jay with this. Not conceding any boundary here. The last 11 balls costing only one boundary. Well, in fact, last 18 balls costing one boundary. What a comeback this from the bowling team. Oh, Nutan being beaten twice of the same length. 77 for 2, the RDC 11. The players will take drinks. This end is known for sixes. નુતન hitting a very nice stroke down the ground. It's just started. So 11 gone, 90 for 2, the RDC 11. Once you're back on air, always come back with the good news. The team predictions are, when the ball is skidding, I don't think the spinners are really required here, because the playing with the air, remember, when you're playing with the air, once the batsman times the ball and that is going out of the ground. What a good stroke that from નુતન, because from that end the ball skidded and more outside edges were induced, and in fact the ball went past the outside edge twice. Varun is on strike, 14-32. He'll be batting with a very flexible mindset right now. A strike rate of 125 now. Is there a requirement for this man to up the ante? Yes, certainly yes, because નુતન at that point of time was new. Now નુતન has hit a boundary. That will as well ease the nerves for Varun. The spinners will be really very cautious even when they are bowling. They'll really want to vary the pace. Not much to reckon with. Don't bowl slow. Well, yesterday we've seen even 𝗍𝗏𝗃 as well. Even though he took a hat-trick, he went for the cleaners. 40 runs. So as I was really discussing, 10 and over an average for the spinner yesterday. The spinners, yes, have been the leading wicket takers, but mind it, the runs as well have come from them. This good bowling this from Imran. Once he's changed runs as well. The second over he has bowled absolutely brilliantly. A slow ball in the air there. I think this will be, yes, taken there. What a good catch. This is a splendid catch, this. Well, Varun did not have the ideal timing. I was telling that he needs to slightly up the ante. What a fabulous catch that from the fielder. Well, we've seen one yesterday, but that is at the opposite end. And here now, because again the ball was dipping. Remember, when the ball is stooping down, it's not easy taking catches. The fielder making the catch look very easy. Well, after a 6 and a 4, when the batting team was just gaining that momentum, the Brothers Kings as usual bounce back with a wicket. They've done that in the case of Bharat. Now they've done that in case of Varun. The two set batsmen. They've seen the back of them. 92 for 3. Varun is gone for a well-made 41. Well, the men with brilliant catches. Javed is right up there for you. What a splendid catch. He had to travel, remember, wide along off. It's not easy taking catches, especially with the air. But he made the catch very easy, diving away. Oh, again the ball leaving. Well, this has been the mojo of Imran. Whoever it might be, whenever they're facing a ball, they're getting one ball like this, the ball leaving away. Sai makes his way into the crease, a very experienced man in the team. Over 10,000 runs for Sai. This is that is straight, yes! That is dead straight. 1 rings 2. Double strike in the over. This is a big wicket, I must say. Sai, we're having loads of experience. This is what I talk about, setups. A splendid bowling from Imran, this. Ball once going away. This one bowling it straighter. The batsman not having any clue. We know that. We know this time in time out. They'll be slightly tentative when they just come fresh into the crease. He's trying to work away, playing across the line. A splendid bowling this from Imran. He cashes on number 3 for him. Well, Brothers Kings are at the moment, whenever some challenge comes to them, whenever the RDC 11 slightly say they have the upper ante, they come back with a vengeance like this. 92 for 4. Well, 2 balls later, they've seen the back of 𝗙 for a duck. $92 for 4. The captain makes his way into the batting crease. Anil. Tactically, he's a fantastic player. 187 matches, 2,900 runs. A good average of 21. Now a challenge is all a very different challenge. Well, 1 ball later, Imran has suddenly turned a hero. Well, heroes are made. Yesterday we've seen heroes. It doesn't require much of time for you. Well, cricket is such a game. Well, in life, for you to become a hero, it might take some lifetimes or else some years. But in cricket, it only takes balls. Oh, the ball coming in there. The ball rushing in off the surface. And that is the reason they said, no need of a spinner when the ball is skidding. A splendid bowling from Imran. 3 overs, 3 for 19, double strike in the over. You've seen the back of 2 big men. One of them is Varun and the other one's 𝗙. 92 for 4 after 12. Well, 2 for 4 after 12. The Hyderabadi brothers at the moment are on top. Abid, he was hit for a 6, remember. Sorry, Amjad, I believe it was, who was hit for a 6. What a big wicket. What fabulous over the last one. Wide along of Javed. Just running to his left, completing a brilliant catch. Yesterday we have seen Mudassir taking an absolutely wonderful catch in the same region. Srikanth as well, judging the catch on the boundary. Well, the fielders have been on the prowl. This is simply outstanding. Varun getting 50% of the runs for the team. Again, just trying to up the ante. That is straight back. The ball holding in the surface. Just trying to work it away. Anil is gone. Yes, just trying to work it away on the leg side. The ball just holding in the surface. Hitting it straight back. A second man who's dismissed. Caught by the bowler himself. Well, at the moment, every bowler can get wicket. Well, Hyderabad Brothers Kings are on top. Well, 3 wickets falling in the space of 1 run. Well, we know yesterday how the Raging Bulls as well have collapsed. What a position from where they've collapsed. 64-run partnership, and suddenly you see 77 for 1 to the team has slumped to 93 for 5 at one point of time. 92 for 2 to 93 for 5. This is what I say. Suddenly the things have changed. A first match, you always get this. It's always tough for the batsman to bat because the pitch being damp. Using the conditions quite beautifully here. Well, again the dot balls, they are inducing that pressure with real dot balls here. Well, all the bowlers are becoming heroes here. Well, again, you don't want to just give away runs and slip some wide balls in form of extras. That body language has been quite brilliant in the last few overs. What a way for you to come back into the match. especially when the batsman is hitting a 6 and a boundary. That over, I thought, where Nutan was hitting sixes, really changed the course of the match. But from then on, with Varun playing a cross-batted high, we normally rarely see that. We're taking a splendid catch for the fielder. Well, Sai was as well set up as the ball holding as well, the ball keeping low too. Well, yesterday, see the ball skid. Now the spinners are bowling it very, very slow and looping it up in the air. Have a look at that. They'll be looping it absolutely up in the air. Abid is not at all giving the batsman to play, giving the batsman any pace to play with. This will be a challenge for Rajput. Well, any score around 150, it will not even be easy for Hyderabadi Brothers Kings. So last 15 minutes have belonged to the Hyderabadi Kings. Hyderabadi Brothers 96 for 5 after 13. The RDC 11. In fact, last 2 overs costing only 6. So 13 gone, 96 for 5. The last 15 to 20 minutes have been something. They've been really very interesting, very exciting. The pitch doing something different. The end which has produced some insane hitting. We've seen 50s, we've seen 40s in just 17 balls. Now we're seeing the fall of wickets. Well, it conventionally, that's nicely played away, opening the face of the bat here. A wonderful stroke from Kumar this. And with that, the RDC 11 bring up 100. Quite time in a while for them. Well, as we were just thinking, they were trying to up the ante with that 6. The 6, and in fact, a boundary was struck by Varun as a 6 from the bat of Nutan. Suddenly, the match changed. The course of the match, the direction of the match changed. This was really well played, using the pace here. Again, not easy when the bowler is bowling close to the stumps. And that's a wide there. Well, this man making us remember a bowler from SRH, Ishan Malinga, almost has the same action, the same release point as Rizwan. Yes, same as Ishan Malinga. That's lovely bowling for you. Ishan Malinga as well, a new ball. He's always so good. Outside the off stump, he'll make the batsman play all the time on the front foot. This has been brilliant bowling. The ball leaving the batsman all the time. Well, as I was saying, whenever the ball, whichever batsman might be, face the challenge. Oh, again an edge. This should have been taken. Well, they must do something to really negotiate this. Can't let something happen at all. And now are they covering the line of the stumps? Don't give the bowler, especially for the don't give the bowler to settle, especially on the off stump. And they're doing exactly that right now. Again. And this is what the dot balls do to you. A splendid bowling from Rizwan and co. Well, Imran, in the last over, we've seen what he has done. Abid bowling it slow. Well, they're mixing up pace, mixing up lengths quite brilliantly here. Well, now have a look at this. How quickly has Rizwan realized. When there was pace, the first ball of the over, the batsman opened the face of the bat quite nicely using the pace. And that too of a difficult ball, remember that after that, he's made the batsman play on the front foot and he has bounced back so beautifully. And even we've seen a cross-batted hike here. Now is he making the batsman commit an error? Well, as far as there are singles, they will go back for 2. Yes, that is good running. That is really very good running this from Nutan. Realizing there was no fielder there. 2 runs to the tally, 104 for 5. Champion stuff, I must say, from the bowling team. Hyderabad brothers. The way one bowler complementing the other, one bowling complementing the other, especially the lengths have been so good, especially the duo of Imran and Rizwan have been quite splendid to watch. The way they have been hitting they have been using the conditions, hitting the back of the lens. The wicketkeeper as well have been very proactive. There has been only one instance where we have seen him not catching the ball. Otherwise, this has been a very dangerous bowling side. And in the first half, we've seen the ball. We have even seen them missing some misfields where they've given away 8 runs in that forms. But here, they've clawed their way back into the match. The first 10 overs producing 77. In fact, the last 5 overs producing only 31 and 3 wickets have fallen. That is easy. These are easy pickings from Abid. Well, time in, time out is giving you some balls like this. Well, when he has been on the off stump and flighting the ball, he has been effective. But again, the control is what I say. And even to the new batsman, we've seen him just pitching the ball onto the leg stump. Kumar is a second boundary for him. He has already opened the face of the bat, playing it quite well of the last over. When you're bowling something on the leg side to any player, it's very easy for them. And Kumar is no exception. Yes, this is good bowling. This is what is Abid's strength. Not giving the pace again, that is going through. That will not go to the boundary, but yet he had to prevent it. Well, again, you don't want the match to slip away from your hands, isn't it? Having a very good patch. Again, those wides will cost you. These misfields will cost you. They'll be really wary of that, the Hyderabadi Kings. They have a golden chance here of restricting the RDC 11 to under 150. Now the partnership slowly starting to shine here, 17 in 11. Will Kumar getting 2 back-to-back boundaries in the consecutive overs. That's nicely cut away. That will go for 4. Oh, what a shot from him, from Kumar. Yes. The man said beautiful, and so be it. That was a terrific shot there. Well, now again bowling against his strength is Abid. Now Abid's strength, flighting the ball more onto the middle stump. He will ask the batsman to hit it down the ground and take a chance. But now he's giving the batsman that width. Kumar is shining bright. The first time in a while, the boundaries are flowing with ease. The last 15 minutes have belonged to the Hyderabadi Kings. But the RDC 11, switching sides, that is good bowling. Yes, this is what is Abid's strength. Now 3 balls later, he has quietly gone back to his strength. Now he'll ask the batsman to hit it down the ground, and these are not easy for the batsman to clear those boundaries. It's a good and a productive over. These 2 boundaries which have come in the over. And again, that's open the face of the bat. What terrific batting from Nutan. Well, it was a time where he had hit a 6 and the wickets have fallen. And now when Kumar is getting into the groove, Nutan as well, just showing his class. Oh, allowing the ball to come up to him. Width was there. That was enough for Nutan. He has already spent that ideal time in the crease. So good playing those late cuts, the right-handers. 3rd boundary in the over. Well, rich batting, class batting this. What a good over this. Finding that ideal timing. Again a slight misfield. Well, Javid, this is not impressive from him at all. The man who has taken a running catch as a superb catch has allowed 2 runs. And an over which will be really motivating for the RDC 11. 121 for 5 after 15. 17 coming off the over. So another 5 overs remain and another 1 over remain before the launch. Oh, what a way, what a patch. We have seen the Hyderabadi Kings, Hyderabadi brothers always come back when they are in a lean patch. Whenever the RDC 11 are upping the ante, the wickets have come for the Hyderabadi brothers. But now it is a very different scenario. 17 runs that suddenly change the context. And here what is the key attractor is, both have got boundaries in that over. And now all that confidence goes down. All the confidence is up. Abid is slightly just shifting it out. It's so economical. 2 overs, 1 for 14, giving away 17 in that over. We've already seen 1 over, what 1 over can do. Yesterday Srikanth as well, Sudarshan as well, giving 25 in 1 over. Well, up till that point, he was the hero, remember. Only giving away 25 for 3. And 1 over in 25, he has gone past 50 runs. So 1 over will definitely change the course of the match in a T20 game. So everybody should definitely learn from Imran. Again, more towards the off stump, the batsmen are not able to do anything. Again, just this is what the batsmen do, especially in the death overs. They just try to clear out that front leg and open the body. And yesterday Asad as well, he has bowled the ball with good pace. Once he has bowled the ball straight, the batsmen were not able to do anything. It's that way. There are a lot of dot ball. That is good bowling. This bowling it slow, bowling it wide. Well, Imran has looked at a different level today. Well, how good he has bowled. The way he has started with the new ball, there was space. He has bowled it outside the off stump, leaving the batsman. But now he's bowling it slower, bowling it wider of the batsman, bowling it full. Mix up of the lengths have been quite outstanding. That's in the air. The wicketkeeper will take it. Quite easily taken. Well, that is what even the spectators from the dugout were telling. When you're bowling it to the off stump, the batsman can't hit you because the body is always open to the leg side. Well, Kumar, who was looking dangerous, is gone. That's a big wicket, I must say. Well, Kumar, in the last over, we've seen quite dominant. This is a super wicket in the arsenal for Imran. Well, the last ball, and we await a goal for Imran. We await a milestone. Is he getting a fifer? Well, Kumar's innings is halted at 19. 125 for 6. Well, what a good ball that is. Well, what good contrast this, isn't it? I must say, Abid bowling those wides, aiming the leg stump, and again giving the batsman that width, where the batsmen have been so good and precise playing those cuts. Now just Imran comes and says, just bowl with a lot of strategy, bowl it wider. Yesterday the bowlers have reaped results bowling straight, but Imran having a slinger action, bowling it wider. Yes, having a straighter action, bowling it wider. Again an underedge, this would have been his 5th. But what a terrific spell from Imran this. 4 overs, 4 for 23 he ends with. And he's got a big wicket in form of Kumar was looking dangerous in the over. 125 for 6. The RDC 11. So another 4 overs remain here. At one point of time, That run rate just went past 8. The last 10 to 15 minutes, last 2 overs, slightly RDC 11 were coming into the match. This is what really happened all the time. The Hyderabadi brothers just have answers for everything. Now, will they be successful in getting the team all out under 150? Rajput is there, 22 in 18 with 1-4 and 1-6. He'll be a really proud man if he'll be able to finish off the match quite well. That's good bowling. That's really good bowling from Javed too. Now, what are the bowling options that the team has? Rizwan has one, Ismail has one. Sorry, in fact, Ismail has two. So, Ismail will come back. And Javed as well has two. So, Ismail will definitely come back. So, the 4 overs definitely sorted for the team. Well, Rizwan will bowl 1, Ismail will bowl 2. And Imran has bowled out. And the captain has used his bowlers quite artistically well. Well, whenever there was a need of the hour, he has not holded those bowlers back. Same like yesterday. We thought yesterday Asad would have been holded back. But no. That spell of his was done in only the 17th. Normally, whenever especially at that point of the time, where the batsman was ideally settled. The batsman was batting on 70 and 90s, remember. The way they clawed their way back into the match was absolutely terrific to watch. The Warhawks were almost in it. Akshar with a brilliant 92. Well, 230 looked chaseable at one point of time. What a match it was. Match number 3, day 1. It was a superb match. Well, the teams batting first. In fact, teams batting second. The first team in a while who had a good higher morale. Again bowling it wider. Well, Monk makes his way to the crease. So 1 in 3. Now again, the batsman coming in at number 8. We already know they don't have that idle time to settle in. The match seems to just twist and turn. Well, Imran giving away only 4 in the last over. Oh, will this be a run out? Will this be a run out? Well, the non-striker started there. Well. He was tentative, the striker, but in the end he made it. Well, this could this throw have been even more good? Who knows? That would have affected in a run out. So they're appealing for a short run here. 130 for 6 after 17. So 130 for 6. A terrific bowling this from Javed and Rizwan. Again, the last 2 overs producing only 9. Monk 44 matches. Not much with the bat that Monk has. But certainly he has to aid. He has to aid Rajput. Well, Rajput will want to take most of the strike now. Well, the batsman moving away at the last moment. Some error there with the fielder. The bowler was not happy with that. Well, Rizwan is into his final over. 3 overs, 1 for 17. What a spell from Rizwan. Well, he has exactly bowled like Ishan Malinga. Ball leaving the batsman all the time. We talk about the bowlers bowling that in swing. We talk about the bowlers bowling straight. We talk about the bowling with sling air actions. Talk about the bowlers bowling full. And the Hyderabad brothers have just played like the tide. Oh, good Yorker that. A very good Yorker. Now the bowler here knows the batsman would love to play it down the ground. And could you expect in a while, yesterday inside 1 hour, at the same end we have seen over 10 sixes. Has only resulted in 1 6 in the last 44 balls. This has been simply outstanding from the bowlers. The bowlers have not seemed under pressure at all. But bar the misfields, the Hyderabadi brothers have looked a complete team. They've looked a very solid bowling unit. Another 15 balls remain. How many runs are they getting? As nicely flicked away. That's nicely played into the gap. That is, yes, the fielder will cut it off though. The 2 runs. Well, Monk as well, something that he has to contribute to for the team. 135 for 6. At one point of time, 150 and 100, in excess of 150 looked ideal. But it's that wickets which pegged them back. Oh, trying to just play it away. Inside half of the bat. That's the end of the Monk. Well, this is where you have to have that preciseness as a batsman. Well, again, could he have turned on to the onside, or could he have just punched it down the ground? Well, yes, he could have punched it down the ground and got a single. On the contrary, Monk choosing an option which was not in his favour. We know the ball is holding, the pitch is damp. And inside half of the bat, 7th wicket is gone down. Well, Monk is gone for 6. The wickets continuously tumble at regular intervals. The RDC 11 lose 7. 135 for 7. Well, incredible bowling this from Rizwan. He has taken 2. 135 for 7, the RDC 11. Monk is gone for 6. The most unluckiest way of getting out, isn't it? Well, you can get out of a run out. You can get out of a catch. But you can't get out of an inside edge. That too an inside half of the bat. Just trying to run it more down to third man, I believe. And he has run it on to the stumps. Madhu makes his way into the batting crease. Well, Madhu having a better strike rate than Monk. A strike rate close to 98. Now Nutan will really have to take the strike. He really have to take the initiative. The team are to cross over 150. They'll have a psychologically good advantage again. The pass score on the ground, 170 is always. And this will be straight again. Attacking the stumps. This has been the mojo of Rizwan. Attacking the stumps. But yet, a fuller ball. This must have struck him outside the leg. 136 for 7 after 18. Rizwan completing off an incredible spell. 4 overs, 2 for 22. What confidence this will give for the team. Especially when the opposition is always challenging you. 10 minutes phases where the opposition just comes back. And the Hyderabadi brothers have always had some answers for them. Especially the wickets they have taken in clutters. Right from 92 runs to 136 for 7. Certainly made a oh, that's edge! A regulation edge! That will certainly help the cause for the RDC 11. Well, the third man has to really move more towards the wicketkeeper, exactly towards at 45. Well, the wicketkeeper was certainly not expecting this. The first ball, the boundary score. Well, first psychological advantage. That 140 runs on the board for the RDC 11. Now 160 is looking likely for them. Oh, wicketkeeper, would he move slightly more away from the off stump, taking those catches? Yes. The slice, he was slightly straighter to the bowler. Now he has moved away from the bowler now. Well, they know the plan will be more outside the off stump. There will be no doubt about that. Yes. That is nicely played. That's good fielding. That's really good fielding. That when Abid was bowling, the batsmen were able to just bisect that field, bisect that gap. But not to be now. That's really good fielding. Now this will lift the spirits up. Especially in the slog, when the batsmen are looking to ideally hit those boundaries. That's again nicely played up again, swiveling towards the off stump. Nutan suddenly, ideally able to find the timing. Madhu. Suddenly, the team wakes you up. this has been a patch. This has been something like that for the RDC 11. Suddenly the Hyderabadi Kings just come and take wickets and 1 over, and suddenly the things change for them with boundaries and twos. Here the batsman swiveling towards the off stump. That's really nicely played. The batsman just walking off at the last moment as well. This will be something to even disturb the rhythm. Also the patches of 1 overs isn't it? We always talk about the patches. We always talk about the tape. Always talk about the teams taking the games very deep. But here, RDC 11 just say we have the patches in 1 over. Patches of 1 over again. This is a wide. An over they really wanted here. 9 runs coming in the over. I was telling 160 was where even that score looked very likely from here on. The batsman would really want to dance down the track again covering the line of the off stump. They're ideally giving away the chance there, even though if the ball is just swinging away. Again, having a leg stump stance. This is what. Yes, he danced down the track. Yes, he said 2. Will the batsman go back? Yes, this is good running ideally. This is a wonderful over this. Well, Javed giving away 15 in the over. Well, they're checking for a short run here. The score will be 147 for 7. They are appealing for a short run here, and that remains 147 for 7 after 19. See, over of 1 patches. So yes, the RDC 11 just say we have our own style of capturing runs. So 1 over is enough for us to change directions. So 11 runs, so important for them. Really good batting this from Madhu. Well, even 1s and 2s can fetch you. Can add to the tally. Last over coming up. Ismail to finish off the final over. That's nicely played away. The width was given. This will go 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 3 bounces into the boundary. Well, the fielder at deep cover point had no chance. The fielder and even in fact that fielder at deep gully as well. That's really nicely played from Rajput here. Always the good news was there. That man was there in the crease. He looked really solid. And 150 is raised for the RDC 11. So 15 runs in the last 7 balls. Just shifting the tides towards the RDC 11. Again a good stride. Now this will give him loads of confidence going ahead. That's again banged away down the ground. Would he want to take 2? No. Now the real job of Madhu is just give that strike. Yes, give the strike to Madhu, to Rajput, and he will take care. What a start to the over. Well, Ismail giving that width outside the off stump. When you are giving width, the chances of scoring boundaries are always sky high. Oh, that is lovely bowling that. That is absolutely lovely bowling. Well, today we're seeing the Sri Lankan legends. We're absolutely remembering the Sri Lankan legends here. Ishan Malinga, one of them. Well, this man as well, Ismail, remembering us of another Sri Lankan bowler. Exactly the same action, the same run up. Yes, same action, same run up. Good comeback this from Ismail again, shifting his lines. The first ball he bowled, fuller and wider of the off stump, allowing the batsman to take the stride. But after that, just pushing his length back, straight through to the wicketkeeper. Always those lines, at any point of time, wicket taking lines those. The last 2 balls remain. Let's go, team reach 160. That's nice, he swiveled away towards the off stump. Wonderful batting from Rajput this. Well, all these runs. Gold. What a partnership this. 22 runs. Well, Newton, he's batting with lot of confidence. He's batting with lot of agility. The way he's just swiveling around the stumps. He's thinking on his feet superbly well. 2 boundaries in the over. This is brilliant batting. Last ball of the innings coming up. Dances down the track. That will go for no. There is a fielder for you. What a good over this. The RDC 11 and 2 runs short of 160. Well, Newton wanted to play all day long, but the quota is over. But 22 runs have come in the last 2 overs. Well, Ismail ending on an expensive note, 3 overs none for 28. But Newton, take a bow, 39 in 29. Though the wickets were falling around, he has really ensured the team ends with a very respectable total. Now he has given some team that hope and something to bowl at. Hyderabadi Kings have something to chase. 159 in that quota of 20. Will they do it? We'll come back with the chase and talk more about this match in a jiffy. The brothers. Rizwan has started in a brisk fashion. 16 in 6. 2 sixes. Today the sixes have been rare to come by. What a combo for Rizwan. He's a good bowler. A batsman with a very assertive approach. This is fantastic stuff from Rizwan. Qadir, who makes his way into the batting crease now, blows the first wicket. The Hyderabad brothers again will take loads of confidence from the way they bowled. But yet you have to appreciate, nothing to take away from the RDC 11, 158 for 7. They've ended on a very respectable note, but you never know in cricket what totals are good for you. Yes, Qadir, the ball is in the air there. The fielder backpedaling it, settles and takes the catch. I believe this is Varun taking the catch from here. This is a big wicket. Well, Rizwan was going at the rate of knots. He struck a superb stroke in that first over. A 16 in 6 out of the 17. 16 have come from the young man's bat. What a breakthrough. What a breakthrough for the RDC 11. Again bowling it on point. Again just going back. He had his eyes on the ball, the fielder here. Well, in fact, it is cie, sorry, corrections. He just backpedaled, just followed the path of the ball, course of the ball, and taking a very easy catch. Well, the way they played themselves have already lifted the spirits up, and Rizwan's wicket is even more a precious one. He's gone for 16, Rizwan. A 16 in 6, a blazing knock. Well, must have expected that again, trying to just go through with the shots. Soft dismissal, I must say. In a similar way yesterday where KCR was dismissed. 17 for 2. Well, 17 for 2 again. They might have been disappointed, yes, after hitting 2 sixes, after looking in such bright form. Well, have a look at that. Ramesh. Yesterday we have seen... Yesterday, I believe we have seen a man that bowler's name starts with S. Samarth, I believe. He had a double wicket maiden, remember. 2 maidens consecutively. Now Ramesh is getting a double wicket maiden. What a start for Ramesh. The ball will swing in. No, almost a wicket here. But you will see Anil proactive. We will be seeing Anil very proactive. He's a fantastic man himself, the captain. He'll be talking to the bowlers. Well, one area where Anil really has to improve is his batting, but yet the plans are picture perfect from him. Umair will definitely watch the ball, will not go for those shots. Oh, edge! Having a slip, worth it all the time. Well, Umair playing pretty tentatively here. The big wicket in form of Rizwan in the over. 17 for 2 after 2. Double wicket made in for Ramesh. Well, 2 overs gone, 17 for 2. What a breakthrough it was. Well, Rizwan could have really controlled his instinct at that point of time, because 2 sixes came from his bat. Again, remember, they're only chasing 159. Yes, his intention was right, just to use that power play, but just going through with the shots. We have seen some scintillating strokes yesterday with the batsman just going through with the shots. Well, Qadir is on strike. Just made his way into the batting crease. Qadir. Well, Qadir over 3,000 runs for Qadir. 3,059 runs. A very decent batting average and a strike rate, I must say. But he can bat. No doubt about that. But here the challenge is, all in all, they need a good partnership coming on. Especially in a chase where you have already lost 2 wickets. And somewhere, that rate somewhere close to 8 is always tough for you. We'll really have to negotiate the swing and the new ball. And you have to really get those boundaries, because now if this would have been a 50 over match, this would have been a really different context. You could have had some dot balls. Now the ball is holding in the surface. They have a short mid wicket in place. It's a good catching option, and this is what you get with Anil. He'll have his team on the prowl, always on the feet, and a good field set this. Now what will 𝗚𝗏 have on the back of his mind? The first three balls he faced have been dot balls. Well, he must be really itching to just get off the mark here. Oh, that's a lovely ball there. We've seen the likes of Imran and co just leaving the ball outside the off stump with a slingier action. A conventional action has something to do with that too. What a ball it was, just passing the outside edge. A superbly ball from Mickey this. That's a wide there. Well, Mickey was taken down in that first over. There's price scalp of Rizwan. This is what a settled batsman, the wicket of settled batsman do to you. You can continuously get in those dot balls. And especially you are getting him out in the third over. What else do you want as a bowler? Well, that's nicely played away. Well, 𝗚𝗏 finally is off and running. The first run. That must be really doing his confidence a world of good. Well, instead of having a 0 there, the unity is always better. Well, Kadir as well, 1 in 2. Well, we really want to target the offside. Well, the bowler is not giving him an inch at all. What a good comeback this from Mickey. Well, a man with a very simple action, a medium pacer. Well, once you get wickets, the bowler seeming very effective at the moment. Now, are we seeing the batsman just swing through the line over cover? There is a huge gap there. A lovely bowling this. This is absolutely lovely bowling from Mickey. The last 2 overs have been very productive. The last one being a maiden and this one giving you only 3 runs. So 3 gone, 20 for 2. The Hyderabad brothers. So 3 gone. It's 20 for 2. The Hyderabad brothers. Well, they've got that price scalp of Rizwan. It's a huge scalp, that's 16 in 6. From here on, where that progress is really going. 𝗚𝗏 has just opened his account in the last over, just looking tentative there. Can they have the slip slightly more closer? That's a wide down the leg side. But come back to that scorecard of RDC 11. Ajit, he was dismissed very early. Found that partnership between Bharat and Varun really stabilized an innings. Now they'll really need to have a partnership like that. The batsmen who will really not hurry themselves. Bharat and Varun. Well, one good thing about the partnership was, though the boundaries were not coming, remember that at the same point the bowling was really tight, remember. The bowlers were not giving anything to play with. But those two played with ease. The two really played with a lot of cool mind. The composure they've shown was incredible to watch. And just when Bharat was really starting to dominate, the way he has really danced down the track as well. So something they'll have on the back of their minds as well. Now the wicketkeeper is right up there to just negotiate this, to just prevent the batsman to dance down the track. Required run rate, this is what the current run rate to required ratio is, where the batsman would really want to get on track. 𝗚𝗏 is gone. He was beaten around the outside edge number of times. He was being very tentative. The bowler is bowling straight. Well, Ramesh is looking in dangerous touch. He's seen the back of Rizwan. Now he's seen the back of 𝗚𝗏. The Hyderabadi brothers are in all sorts of trouble. I was saying this, the composure was important, that partnership of 64, which really stabilized the innings from over number 3 to over number 10. Well, 𝗚𝗏 were really looking to break those shackles, wasn't he? The power play was on and his instinct was right. But the bowler got the better of him. Well, trying to go for a big hike on the onside. Well, because there were no fielders there. Well, missing it all through altogether. Well, Ramesh bowling reaping the results of bowling straight. What a wicket. This is number 3 in the power play. And they're just bowling like powerhouses. This is simply outstanding from the RDC 11. Hashtag #GGV11, and that's the reason they're crowned champions in the Ramki Premier League. 22 for 3. Well, Nutan was the hero there. He was just waving. He played absolutely a wonderful knock. 39 in 29. Really saw the team getting restricted to a very respectable total. Wasim makes his way into the batting crease right now. Well, this is tough for the new batsmen. Time in, time out. They just come in, go out. Now this is a huge dent as far as the Hyderabad brothers are concerned. After bowling so well, the batsmen really have to come out all guns blazing, especially have all the options in their arsenal. Now they are in a completely defensive mindset. They're coming out with a new field set. Well, all the time for the left-hander as well. They had a short mid wicket in place. A short mid wicket in place for the right-hander too. This is what the captaincy does to you. This is what the wickets does to you. Those attacking options will always be there as a captain. Bowling it straight is Ramesh, getting number 3. Well, yesterday as well, 3 for 5. I believe it was one of the bowlers. I mean, the second or the third match. He really changed the course of the match there. Well, one more wicket here. You never know. What incredible figures these from Ramesh. Bowling it back of the length, going past the outside edge, bowling it full, not giving the batsman at all that width. Well, Kadir playing it out cautiously and sensibly at the moment. Now these are incredible figures for Ramesh. 2 overs, 1 made in 3 for 6. Every bowler would really want to cherish this. 4 overs gone, 26 for 3. You see in the back of Omer in the over. So 26 for 3. Another 2 overs remain in the power play. See, remember the average power play score is somewhere close to 43. At the same time as well, the score was somewhere around 22-23 for the RDC 11 too. But the difference was the wickets column between the two teams. Well, what a super innings this from Nutan. We'll really have to admit that. Nutan Rajput. Remember, that was a challenge presented to him. Now they really have to rise up to a challenge. Someone like that man. 39 in 29. The way he just moved around the crease, manufacturing those shots back of the crease. And I must really say, could they really have had a fielder at fine leg? Once the batsman is just swiveling across, trying to just manufacture shots behind the crease, in fact behind the wicket, the bowlers, in fact the captains, must really understand. Again, that's an appeal there. Again, is this the ploy? Is this the ploy from the bowler? Just wanting to cut the batsman, just wanting to make the batsman cut, and they've already fielded at short cover for that. That's no there. That's really good call there from Wasim. Well, Kadir 3 in 10 at the moment. 3 in 10 at the moment. Looking to break free. What a good call that from Wasim. He was very loud and clear. He just said no. Because at the moment they cannot afford anything. Dismissals in any forms. That's smacked away. Yes, this will connect. And Kadir smashes it away for 4. After a pretty long time, they broken the shackles. Kadir slightly making room. And Mickey was slightly straighter this time. Being penalized. That was a really good stroke from Kadir, because 3 in 10. He wanted that boundary badly, and so were the Hyderabadi brothers, and they really reaped one after the dismissal of Rizwan. The things were ideally looking in favor of the RDC, and a much needed boundary. This is a very good shot. Oh, again trying to hit that. The last time he made room, and now the bowler shifts to the off stump. Exciting contest between the two teams going on. 30 for 3 after 5. So 30 for 3 after 5. Well, Kadir, can he really carry on that momentum after hitting that boundary? What a good stroke that was. I really have to take an inspiration from one man who really stabilized the innings. Varun as well, 41 in 34, has always been a prolific and a seasoned campaigner for the RDC 11. He has been a very consistent performer. Well, had played a pivotal role at that point of time. They really needed a partnership, and boy oh boy, he stitched a super partnership. Well, or else the Hyderabad Brother Kings would have even been more in a very good position. Again outside the off stump there, and appeal that. Well, Mickey slightly being expensive, the two bowlers. Well, Ramesh, I don't think that is Ramesh, and I believe it will be a new bowler into the bowling crease now. Well, Ramesh, they're really continuing on with Ramesh. That's gone for 4. Well, Wasim's cry in that last over made it very clear. He just said wait, and now the wait for that boundary is over for Wasim too. Oh, what a good stroke that. Well, when you bowl with, always runs come. 2 back-to-back boundaries of the consecutive balls. In fact, 2 boundaries being scored of the last 3 balls. Well, Wasim scored. Wasim took the aerial route, that was over mid-on. And now this is clearly over point. What a good shot that is. Now that is what I say, in a T20 format, you have to get those runs going. And especially when you're chasing the score. This is really good batting this. Now they really want to go closer to that 50-meter mark, 50 run mark, and carry on and think about the strategies from there. That's again nicely played away. Well, this is class from Wasim. The ball was full and the width was given there from Ramesh. We'll have a look at that wicket pattern when he was bowling in. He was bowling to the left-handers that time. The ball was coming in. He was bowling wicket to wicket. Now again, I don't understand why the bowlers shy away from the strengths. But the batsman says, bowlers, when you shy away from your strengths, we just bring out our strengths. Wasim bringing out his strength. The super strokes back to back. He's looking in. That is in the air. He's taking the aerial route. Fielder getting around, not to be there. Well, Ramesh, you might have taken 3, but I'll take you down with 3 boundaries, says Wasim. This is outstanding batting from this man. Well, youngsters are the future for any team, and this man is the man for the Hyderabadi brothers. This is brilliant batting from Wasim. Absolutely terrific batting this. Yes, in fact 2 more runs awarded. Well, in fact 2 more runs awarded and the team will be jubilant. 4, 4, 6. Now Wasim is just batting like Rizwan. What brilliant strokes these are. Yes, swivel and that's beautiful batting once more. That's hit away for a boundary. Well, Wasim, the first man in a while, was crossed 20. Well, here he is looking dangerous. I was just thinking they would move closer to that 50-meter mark and just think from there on. But Wasim says, I'll think aggressive. I'll make my team win. This is great batting this. He's taken down Ramesh big time. What an over this. Really decimating Ramesh in the over. 18 runs coming off that over. 48 for 3 after 6. The Hyderabad brothers. Six overs gone, 48 for 3. Well, this is Wasim at his absolute best. What super strokes he played in that over. Once the ball was outside the off stump, he just took the aerial route. The ball was on the leg stump, knew where his off stump was, and just threw the bat at it and hit boundaries. The way he moved around the crease, outstanding to watch. Well, Nuthan Rajput is into the bowling crease now. Can he really reap back that confidence? And now his team needs a wicket. Well, Kadir 7 in 12. Especially he'll be having tons of confidence, especially with Wasim on the other back. Wasim cuts it away. The fielder catch it up. No, that is gone for 4. Well, Varun, I guess it is one of the safest hands. Well, 23 runs coming in the last 8 balls, and 50 is raised for the Hyderabad brothers with that stroke. Again, the bowlers not realizing their mistakes. Again, the width was given to them. The batsmen, especially the right-handers, the way they cut the ball is so impressive when they cut the ball. Again, the fielder deep back foot pointed, absolutely no chance. There's absolutely no chance there. A poor bowling this from Nuthan. This is well bowled. This is nicely bowled this. Now they really need those wickets, and especially the dot balls in their fort. At one time it was highly looking unlikely. Well, 26 only at one point of time. Just the way RDC 11 play, Hyderabad brothers says we can also play like that. And again played away nicely. Well, this time the ball just went at an angle straight to the fielder. But what incredible batting this from Wasim. From the crease, the way he has been hitting, the interception points have been so good, especially off the front foot. Well, again he's taking down the tall fielders, remember. The partnership was really needed. Now that is what I'm saying. Again, have a look at Kadir too. Kadir as well. He's playing very, very close, and Niche Raktu, yes, he's doing exactly that. He's nicely playing, he's watching the ball very close and opening the face of the bat at the last moment. The confidence he's having with Wasim attacking. A slow ball. So the innings is progressing quite nicely. 56 for 3 after 7. Well, 56 for 3 after 7. We'll just go to that table. Yes, the points table yesterday, the 𝗶𝗃 𝗵𝗆𝗵, as you were really predicting, 𝗶𝗃 𝗵𝗆𝗵 beating the Prime 11 quite comprehensively. What a cricket match that was. 10.2. What a net run rate for the team after winning the match. It was a comprehensive win. Well, you don't have any word to describe the performance put up by 𝗶𝗃 𝗵𝗆𝗵 yesterday. Well, that's a single there. Nicely turned away off the hips. Well, Raging Bulls as well. For Raging Bulls, I must say that net run rate would have been even more good comparatively. At one point of time, 91 was required of 36. But talk about the man, 𝗃𝗃 Rashid. 48 in just 18 balls, and in 1 over he took the bowler down. 23 runs coming off that, and in the last overs 55 runs were scored. nicely turned away there, just trying to help it. Finally they'll take two. But I think with Wasim, I don't think there'll be any hurry there. But the youngsters as well, youngsters MVL, yesterday they were put under test. It was a test of mettle. The testament was absolutely tested. And boy oh boy, what a close match it was. 228 and 214 finally. What a cricket match it was with the youngsters MVL against the Warhawks. Akshar was in an outstanding touch. Yes, just going back to that scorecard. Akshar, so Akash 76 in 36. Simply superb and awesome touch was Akash yesterday. That first 10 overs, the match was completely in their favour. But once he was dismissed, that is put away for 4. Well, almost a sixer. This is poor bowling from Madhu. This, well, not the way you should bowl. Well, on the leg stump. Well, Qadir is batting with a lot of caliber, and with Qadir's caliber, that's easy to put away. What an easy stroke. Again on the leg stump. These are easy pickings. Well, the last 14 balls, the Hyderabad brothers have been in simply outstanding touch. Well, Qadir, the way he's playing very close to the body. He's playing the ball at the last moment. What a partnership. 41 in 27. Well, Wasim, that cry clearly said he wanted to make the difference. So out of the 28, Wasim has smacked 18 in 1 over. Qadir 14 in 17. At one time 3 in 10. He's played really well. That progress has been quite awesome for the Hyderabad brothers. The running in between the wickets. The way these both batsmen are complementing each other. Now the required and the current rate neck to neck. 64 for 3 half rate. $64 for 3 half rate. Qadir 15 and 18. Well, you should really have guts like Qadir. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Well, 3 in 10. Another batsman would definitely be bogged down. No doubt about that. They would definitely play a rash shot. But Qadir is there. That's the reason his name is Qadir. How brilliantly he has played. And there you go again. Those cross-batted shots are something that are not in his arsenal. Look at the way he has played the last few balls. Just playing very close. Now, as I was telling, that required rate is very close. No problem. They can really play them down, and then you'll really get those loose balls. You'll absolutely get those loose balls. And even the runs will come in form of extras. Remember, the Hyderabad brothers, if they're chasing this target, the morale of them will be really very high. No doubt about that. Again, the top orders. Well, yesterday it was the day of openers yesterday, but today the openers have been it has been a completely different story. In fact, yesterday out of the 3 opening pairs, 4 members have got half centuries. What half centuries they were in blistering touch. Start with Azharuddin, 50 runs after Srikar 58. 76 came from the bat of Akash, 92 from the bat of Akshar. So 3 opening pairs. 2 were super hitted. Jafar as well. Who would really forget him? Jafar 83. That was the second highest score in the tournament, and 92 remains to be the highest score. And in this match, remember, no one has got closer to that 50. Well, Wasim has full chances. 29 in 15. He's playing so nicely, Wasim. That's nicely played. He's not going into the gap. No, it is straight to the fielder, but look at the pace at which the ball went to the fielder there. Now the current run rate at one point of time was somewhere lurking around 4. It's now close to 8. Courtesy this partnership. The courtesy is some confidence. Courtesy the confidence that Kadir has in himself. Wasim gave that confidence, that 18 run over, mainly Ramesh, who took 3 wickets, remember. He took him down big time. Now Wasim clearly proved that is nicely played. Would they want to go back for 2? Young legs, no problems. 2 runs are always on. 9 gone, 69 for 3. The progress has been super for the Hyderabad brothers. 69 for 3 after 9. So another 90 runs are required in 11 overs. Now they'll be really looking for a wicket now. Anil, from where is he getting the wicket? The progress has been very fast, very swift. At one point of time, we have seen the RDC 11 being very jubilant. But Wasim has clearly proved he can take the good bowlers down. He can take the big bowlers down, in fact. What a partnership this is, 47 in 34. You have seen the second wicket partnership between Bharat and Varun like this. It's the third wicket partnership between Wasim and Kadir. That's nicely played away. Wow, what a stroke from Kadir this. Sorry from Wasim. Well, this is mastery. Well, mastery of strokes behind the wicket. Yesterday we've seen quite some masters. Today as well. Well, first one for the Hyderabad brothers behind the wicket. This is a super stroke this. Well, Wasim knows how to take the big bowlers down. He's already taken down Ramesh. Now he's taken down the leading wicket takers down. It's easy for him to hit the other bowlers too. Just trying to guide it away. The batsman will be really very careful not to play those shots because the ball is holding in the surface. And the inside edge of the inner half of the bat is clearly possible. We have already seen what had happened. The monk was just trying to open the face of the bat like that, and now the ball being even more slow, the danger is always around. Oh, what a ball that was. Again trying to open the face of the bat, top of off. Always so good with Anil around. You'll not expect. The ball will not go at all. Well, 2 keepers have been simply outstanding today. Just minimal of errors committed between the 2 keepers. So 85 and 63. Now the Hyderabad brothers, would they want to go? Yes, they would want to go past 80. Again wider of the option, trying to just play it over the fielder there. Wanting to just loft over the cover. Well, 2 back-to-back dot balls from Madhu. Now is he getting a wicket? Is he breaking this partnership? Partnership going past 50. After that last boundary, good comeback. After being hit for that boundary in the over. Again, good thing is that he's really bowling it wider of the stumps, wider of the batsman. Now Kadir had to really reach for that. The last ball of the 10th will be really interesting now. Can Wasim take him down? Or else would he just respect the bowler and just rotate the strike? That's another wide there. Out of the scorecard again, slightly more disciplined show from the RDC 11 bowlers. Only 6 extras out of the 59 balls bowled so far. So the extras count have come down. It has been somewhere close to just 3%. Well, conventionally on this ground you get 13 to 14% in form of extras. It's nicely worked away. Wasim just sticking to his instinct. 36. He moves on to with that single. So the Hyderabad brothers requiring another 83 from here on. The players at 77 for 3. Same like the RDC 11 after 10. And the players will take drinks. 23. The way he has hit those shots, especially through the covers, has been simply brilliant to watch. Now RDC 11 and co. How are they bouncing back? What a partnership this has been. Kadir as well. This will ease his nerves from this end, because the boundaries, he's going to play with the wind. 11 gone, 88 for 3. Well, particularly have been very impressive, especially in the bowling department. The first innings, especially with Rizwan, 4 overs, 2 for 22, a good all-rounder. And lot will be expected from this little lad today as well. The way he started 16 in 6. Was there, just showing it the direction. Kadir moving on to 24 with that boundary, and nicely played away. The positions Kadir is ideally getting into. At one point of time I was saying the progress, the strike rate has been outstanding to watch from Kadir. Well, Wasim, you've hit a milestone for Wasim. 46 is on to 46 in 25. Well, scoring going neck to neck between the two teams, and that's nicely worked away. Will the batsman want to go back for 2? No. And Imran, today we have seen artists in the region. Even for the RDC 11, the batsmen have been so good. Well, we've seen Newton hit the ball to another part of the ground, which was towards a fine leg. The way they are playing on the bounce, that is big, I believe. What a stroke there. That is 6, yes. Well, everyone shouting with joy. Well, Kadir, I was telling, he has eased his nerves. That 6 has come as a result of that. What a stroke into the crowd. A first 6 for him. He's moved on to 33 with that 6. The 100 as well is raised for the Hyderabad brothers. 103 for 3 after 12. What a stroke that. Oh. Well, the great thing about time is it changes. Well, RDC 11 had simply their time. Ramesh was clearly dominating, but Wasim took him down. Then the confidence of Kadir grew. Wow, what confidence of Kadir. This is absolutely awesome from Kadir. The cheer he's receiving from the team is so good. Well, it was almost there in Wasim's arsenal too. But Wasim, the way he has maneuvered around the crease, the way that confidence, the way he has complemented each other, that confidence, it was clearly transformed from Wasim. So that's the reason they say you have to become a divine instrument and you light up anyone. And Wasim's confidence has lighted up Kadir today. The way he has just remained side on, especially more making room and maneuvering the offside field, he has been so good to watch. That 6 down the ground too tells a lot about his confidence. Well, now these cross-batted hikes are something that are not coming to him. That is not the way he plays. That is completely away from his natural game. At one point, after Umair was dismissed, there were all sorts of trouble. But come the hour, come the man, come the test of grit. These two have responded beautifully. Yeah. That's cleaned up. That is what I was saying. This is not the way Kadir bats. Well, Kadir is so good on the offside now. The bowler realizing that's against his instinct. He bowled it full. He's just trying to go through with a shot down the ground. Again giving too much room. Well, Bharat gets one. It's an important breakthrough. And he has broken through a big partnership. The partnership which was taking the game away. Certainly for the RDC 11. The captain Anil and co will be relieved. Now will this wicket prevail and make way for the others, make way for the other wickets to fall? Well, time will only tell. What a good innings from Kadir. 33 in 33, run a ball. It was much needed. He stabilized the ship. He stabilized the chase, and the chase is on. 1 on 5 for 4. Kadir dismissed for 33. Well, again, tossing the ball nicely up there, Bharat. Now this time the trajectory was called different. He was bowling more back of the length. He was hitting the good lengths. Well, that allowed Kadir to really hit through the offside. But this time he made more room than usual. Bowled it full and straight, did Bharat. I believe he slightly got the drift there too. And that was enough. Well, Kadir was castled. What a good sight for the off spinner that. 1 on 5 for 4. Well, back of Kadir has seen Javed walk into the batting crease now. Bowling it nicely. The bounce. The 3 lengths that the right-handers go to, especially the off spinners. Bowl it more on the top of off. They get and extract the bounce, and outside edge is always in play. Bowling it very nicely. This is what even Wajid did. That's a wide down the leg side. A rare misfield. Rare ones that Anil drops, but 3 runs added to the tally. Wasim is just 2 runs away. What a magnificent innings it has been from Wasim. He was slightly expensive with the ball, but with the bat he has just shown what he's made up of. So Javed is off and running. So 13 gone, 106 for 4. And Chase is in a very good position where the next 3 overs will really decide where the Chase is heading off to. 15:42 is where the Hyderabad brothers need. It's what the Hyderabad brothers need. So 15:42, 109 for 4 after 13. Still Wasim is there in the crease. Now if they are seeing the back of Wasim, this match will really change the course. Who will it be? Who is really coming and changing that score, changing the course of the game? Mickey, 3 overs, none for 23. Ramesh has been the pick of the bowlers. Though 1 over it has costed 18. Can he just take the revenge? Crucial, will the batsman go back for 2? Well, Javed just made his way into the batting crease. Javed is very, very experienced. 265 matches for Javed and a good strike rate. This man has a strike rate for the situation exactly like this. That's the reason I must say the dugout was saying, go and show who Javed is and what Javed is made up of. Well, Wasim has been very cool head. He has composed his innings quite beautifully. When they were loose balls, he had hit quite nicely, but when they were good balls, he has respected them. And he has ideally had dot balls and absolutely no dot balls at all for Wasim. So 111, the angel number. Nelson is right up there, the lucky number. Is that going for 4? No. That's good fielding there. Will the batsman want to go back for 2? Yes. Well, certainly yes. Well, when the ball is struck like that, the fielder will take certain time to gather. And the time of gather had allowed the batsman to go back for 2. Well, they're batting with ease. They're absolutely batting with ease. Now the leg side is spread out. Can they have the fielders? Can Anil have the fielders close in? Stop those singles. Easy at the moment. Very easy at the moment and absolutely no risks needed. So this is what, if you have a good understanding of the game, especially as a batsman, if you're having really good understanding of the game, the chase is always on. You can always become very calculative. And the brothers are doing absolutely that. Wasim on 49. And that's a super half century. What a half century that from the bat of Wasim. Well, this innings had a lot of value. Certainly yes, 15-29. 5 boundaries, 2 sixes. This is terrific batting. What an innings. Innings of composure. Remember, 3 wickets were down when he came in. But the way he had respected, the way he had played, the way he has responded and risen, superb to watch. That partnership really stabilized the innings, and he had given a lot of confidence to 𝗃𝗲 as well. So 43 in 36, 116 for 4. The Hyderabad brothers. Well, the 50th over, the first 50 of the day had come in the 34th over. So that's how close, in fact, that's how tight the bowlers have been. That's how tight the run scoring has been. Yesterday we have seen the run fest. But today, the match has gone at a very neutral pace. The match has operated in phases, right from the RDC 11 innings. We see this, batsmen are slightly upping the ante, and the Hyderabad brothers had the answers. And same vice versa. The RDC 11 was slightly dominating in that power play, and Wasim said, I had the answers. That's banged away for 4. The fielder will cut it off. That's good fielding there. That's really good fielding. It's always hard to stop that, especially of your own action. He got his hand, and that really stopped the momentum of the ball. But on the contrary, this would have gone for 4. So good fielding there from Bharat. He's nicely tossing the ball up. And after that wicket of Qadir must have given the loads of confidence for the man. Well, air में और बाउंड्री मिलेगा. Well, वसीम के बैट से. Well, माइलस्टोन को बाउंड्री के साथ सेलिब्रेट किया कदीर ने, वसीम ने. वेल सावधानी के साथ खेला, पर देखिए स्ट्राइक रेट 180 के साथ चल रहा है ये. वेल बहुत ही बड़ा बांधा है फॉर द टीम. यस, ये तो ये 1 bounce for fielder just remains stationary. 32 and 33, Bharat giving width, changing the line doesn't work. This is stunning batting from Wasim. 16-31, that strike rate is tremendous at the moment. Well, he is putting the team under pressure, a lot of pressure. What a chase it has been. Well, he has carried the team on his shoulders. Now he's opening up. He's playing with the air, some superb strokes all around the ground. There's a superb lofted drive this. Yes, once more! Fielder there at cow corner now. He's hitting the ball to all the parts of the ground. Well, हर कॉर्नर पे रन स्कोर कर रहा है इधर. 61-32 बॉल्स में क्या मजेदार इनिंग्स ये. वेल सावधानी से खेला और इनिंग्स को होल्ड किया था एक एंड को. That's a wide down the leg side there. Well, runs तो आएंगे, runs तो पक्का आएंगे ही. Well, patience रखना होगा बैट्समैन को, और वसीम exactly वही किया है. Well, flighter and that will be taken. एंगल में अगर हिट किए थे तो चांस रहता छक्का जोड़ने का, but not to be this time. फील्डर के हाथों में सीधा गिरता हुआ. वेल जावेद को चांस मिला था इंप्रेस करने के लिए इधर, बट नाउ अगेन ऊपर डाला था फ्लाइट, और ऊपर डाला था और फील्डर ने बहुत ही अच्छा कैच लिया और राइट टाइम पे भी लिया था. वेल जावेद 7 रनों पे आउट और पेविलियन को लौट रहा है. 129 for 5 for the Hyderabad brothers. अच्छी बॉलिंग इधर भारत से. क्योंकि ऑलरेडी आउटसाइड द ऑफ स्टंप डाल चुके थे और वसीम हैज बीन एब्सोल्युटली पीनलाइजिंग हिम अगर आउटसाइड द ऑफ स्टंप डाल रहे थे, क्योंकि तो स्ट्राइड अच्छी तरह से यूज किए थे, ऑलरेडी सेटल्ड थे। तो एरर को रेक्टिफाई करना बॉलर का कर्तव्य बन जाता है और रेक्टिफाई किया और विकेट लाया इधर। सो आप क्या अपना थर्ड विकेट चटकाएगा ये, क्या अपना तीसरे विकेट निकालेगा? सो आरिफ क्रीज पे मौजूद अब नंबर 7 पे, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पोजीशन पे आरिफ है। आई डोंट थिंक रिस्क लेने की आवश्यकता है इधर। सो जब तक वसीम है आई डोंट थिंक, नाउ द टीम इज इन द हंट। वसीम की विकेट की आवश्यकता बहुत ही बड़ा है इधर और बहुत ही अहमियत वसीम का विकेट। आरिफ अपना पहला बॉल फेस करता हुआ, नाइसली प्लेड है आरिफ। यस नो यस नो। सो अच्छी एंडिंग भारत की स्पेल को, 4 ओवर 2 विकेट और 35 रन। थोड़ा एक्सपेंसिव साबित होता हुआ पर 2 अच्छी विकेट निकाला भारत ने। 15 ओवर के बाद 129, 5 विकेट के नुकसान पर और 30 रन की आवश्यकता है इधर जीतने के लिए हैदराबाद ब्रदर्स को। Well, Wasim has looked unstoppable, absolutely unstoppable. 61 in 32. Well, Newton 2 overs, none for 15. This will be a very good contest because नूतन भी यही सिचुएशन से अपने टीम को बाहर निकाला था और बहुत ही अच्छा स्कोर खड़ा किया था स्कोर बोर्ड के ऊपर। He was very instrumental. The team going past 159. Just chipped it. What a shot there. Sunil will cut it off. That's good fielding. बहुत ही बढ़िया फील्डिंग उधर। वाह 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 वसीम, ताकत भी नहीं लगाया था उधर और क्या टाइमिंग। He's relying more on timing. well, अगर फुल फेस ऑफ द बैट प्रेजेंट करता ये तो बहुत ही बड़ा छक्का होता था। और सुनील अच्छा फील्डिंग इधर। वेल विकेट की खोज में RDC 11 कहां से मिलेगा उनको? एन अपील गुड। ये तो बहुत ही बढ़िया ऑप्शन है क्योंकि ऑफ स्पिनर लेफ्ट हैंडर है, क्रीज में अभी नया आया है, बॉल को अंदर लाते हैं ऑफ स्पिनर, तो खास करके मोर बैक ऑफ द लेंथ, तो टफ होगा आरिफ के लिए भी। तो आरिफ आपने कहा था अभी तक नहीं खुला है, विल जस्ट गो फॉर दैट रन, तो थोड़ा रिलैक्स फील करेंगे। यस आरिफ इज ऑफ एंड रनिंग। नाउ ये क्लोज सिंगल्स लेने की आवश्यकता नहीं, स्पेशली वसीम को। वो एंड तक रहना चाहेंगे पक्का। He'll really want to finish off the task. Well, वसीम की तरह से बहुत ही बढ़िया इनिंग्स, खास करके वो जिस टेम्पलेट से वो खेले हैं, हालांकि बहुत ही बड़ा चैलेंज था क्रीज में जब वो आए थे। 4 विकेट ऑलरेडी खो चुके थे, पर चेस का क्या मजेदार बैटिंग रहा। कैच ड्रॉप किया है। वेल कैच ड्रॉप किया है इधर। क्या मैच भी ड्रॉप हो गया है क्या? मैं यही बात कर रहा था, वसीम का क्रीज में मौजूद होना अत्यंत आवश्यक। और नूतन वर्सेस वसीम, ये बहुत ही बड़ा कॉन्टेस्ट हमको देखते मिलता हुआ। वेल राजपूत इधर, and that is weird, that is gone before. Well, weird आप नहीं देना चाहते, स्पेशली ये स्टेज के ऊपर, पर वसीम के ऊपर स्टेज सेट था। यस राजपूत वही रियलाइज करता हुआ। वेल गलती स्पेशली ये स्टेज पे तो आप कभी भी नहीं कर सकते हैं, और वो गलती किया, कैच ड्रॉप किया फील्डर, और बैट बॉल नूतन की तरह से, और वसीम को बाउंड्री मिलता हुआ। यस ये शानदार चौका है, अगेन ऑफ स्टंप की तरह से, ऑफ स्टंप को स्विवेल करके डायरेक्शन दिखाता हुआ लेग साइड ऑफ साइड, कैन प्ले वेरी कॉम्पिटिटिवली। वेल वसीम हैज गॉन पास्ट 70। सिर्फ 20 रन की जरूरत जीत के लिए हैदराबाद ब्रदर्स को। 139 for 5 after 16। अच्छा नहीं सही। सो 139 5 विकेट के नुकसान पर। बहुत ही बड़ा दबाव में, और क्या ओवर था, नूतन हीरो बन सकते थे पर बॉलर खुद ना हीरो बन सके क्योंकि उधर फील्डर ने कैच ड्रॉप कर दिया था। बहुत ही बड़ा गलती, वो भी रॉन्ग टाइम पे। वो विकेट की आवश्यकता थी, बहुत ही अहमियत था वो समय। मुराद क्रिकेट क्लब, उनके बारे में क्या बोलना। Second match will be a very interesting and exciting match. Mahmood is up there. I believe it's the captain for the team. ये exciting match देख रहे हैं सब। बॉल and the catch drops one. 141 for 5.
टीम परफेक्ट है, तेरी कमी है। देख अभी भी बोल रहा हूं, अगर खेल लिया तो यहाँ पूरे ऊपर के प्लेयर बट गए। ये असल टूर्नामेंट तेरा ये था।
Madhu, an expensive bowler. So 18 in 17. Who could have asked for the similar stages? India versus South Africa का वर्ल्ड कप, वो याद कीजिए। 26-24 बॉल्स में जरूरत था पर भारत ने इतिहास रच दिया उधर। क्या इतिहास होगा इधर, क्या विन होगा, कौन जीत रहा है। दिस इज अ हॉरिबल शॉट फ्रॉम वसीम। He will be very disappointed. The man who has been so precise picking the ball, just trying to pick away around the। थोड़ा भटक गए थे क्योंकि ऑलरेडी 2 चांस मिले थे, 2 कैचेस ड्रॉप हुए थे उनका। और ये तो बहुत ही सरल है क्योंकि बैट्समैन का रिदम डिस्टर्ब होगा और क्योंकि फील्डर नहीं था वो बॉल पे, स्ट्रोक खेलने की जरूरत था ही नहीं क्योंकि वो स्ट्रोक खेलने की लायक का बॉल था ही नहीं वो। और बहुत ही बढ़िया इनिंग्स वसीम से। काफी उम्मीदें था उनसे और वो उम्मीदें बखूबी निभाया उन्होंने। 70 रन्स अपने टीम के लिए बनाते और पेविलियन को लौटता हुआ। बढ़िया विकेट मधु को। 141 for 6। नया बैट्समैन क्रीज पे अबीद। क्या नया कर पाएंगे, क्या हिस्ट्री रच पाएंगे, क्या जीत के तरफ ले जा पाएंगे, यही तो बात कर रहे थे। वसीम, लास्ट तक स्टे करने की आवश्यकता था। क्या विकेट था। मधु विल डेफिनेटली रिमेंबर दिस ओवर। रमेश ने 3 विकेट चटकाए, उसके बाद विकेट्स नहीं आए थे। ये विकेट का अहमियत कौन बोलेंगे। एक ही बैट्समैन was really carrying on. Is that gone? Is that gone? Well, Madhu's confidence is back. He's bowling it straight. Well, making me remind of 𝗙𝗪 of New Zealand. वेल 𝗙𝗂𝗋𝗃 की जंप भी ऐसे ही होता है, अच्छी पेस डालता है, अच्छी जंप है, उनको स्ट्रेट डालता है मधु के जैसा ही। सो लास्ट 2 बॉल स्पेल को और एक विकेट दिलाएंगे क्या टीम को? 2 नया बैट्समैन, काफी टफ होगा ये इजी टास्क तो नहीं है ये। 144 for 6, the last ball before the 18th over is completed. What a comeback from मधु, केवल 3 रन देता हुआ इधर और एक बहुत ही बड़ा विकेट वसीम के रूप में हासिल करता हुआ भी। ये लास्ट बॉल उनके स्पेल का, फुल लेंथ डॉट बॉल से इनके क्या बॉलिंग मधु से। वेल उम्मीद है वापस दिलाए अपनी टीम को। 18 ओवर्स के बाद 144 for 6 और 15 रन 12 गेंदों में जीतने के लिए हैदराबाद ब्रदर्स को चाहिए। So 15 in 12 what the Hyderabad brothers need in another 12 balls. What a cricket match. The match twisting tides. Today it has been a match in phases. Neither one team giving an inch. Next the Majestics are up against the 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗲. That will be a great cricket match to watch out for. All the eyes on the next 2 overs. Newton is into his finale. Can Newton be the hero? He's already been the hero with the bat. Can he be the hero with the ball? Well, in the air, I believe Sunil will take that. Gone! Sunil is kept very busy. Sunil is kept busy. Well, वसीम सोचते रह जाएंगे. Why did I go for that shot? For wickets, back to back wickets. Madhu is the hero, Newton is the hero. अपने टीम को जब भी आवश्यकता होगा कंट्रीब्यूशन भी चाहिए. He clearly knows once you're giving a batsman that width or being full, you'll be hit for shots, you'll be hit for runs. So he's bowling the ball into the batsman, and have a look at that. Will we await the third umpire's decision? What will it be? Oh, that's a no ball. Well, that be a run out. That is gone. That is a run out. Why did? Well, an unusual fashion. What an unusual passage of play this. Well, the batsman was bowled. He wanted to go back for a run. Well, after Wasim was dismissed, they're just folding like a pack of cards. A bizarre way of getting run out. This over has everything. This over has excitement. This match has entrailment. Making room. Amzad deposited that for a 6. Wow. Kammal ka 6 ye. From the bat of Amzad. That's nicely played away. What a terrific shot that is. Well, we were just talking. What a bizarre way for the batsman to get out. And with this, Amzad has gone past 2,000 runs in limited overs. What a time to even unleash a milestone. Score has gone past 150. 7 in 8. In fact, 7 in 7. Imran is on strike. He's the hero with the ball. The pick of the bowlers. Ball of the 19th. Yes, he just says caution is what is required. That is an easy single. So 5 in 6 is what a good throw that. It's a very good throw. just worked away around the corner, wanting to go back for two, wanting to finish off the match in a hurry. And that throw back the punch. What a seriously good throw there. Well, a nerve-wracking match this. What? Now it's just 1-2. Mickey needs to deliver 2 dot balls. Mickey needs to deliver 2 dot balls. They are coming in. He is under pressure. Ismail on strike. Yes, that's it. Yes, they will run. The Hyderabad brothers run wicket. And what a start to a super Sunday. Well. We would love to have matches like this. Well, the RDC MVL Premier League Season 54 Sunday Mania is off to a but RDC 11 have won the hearts of everyone. The captain will be proud. And that's the end of the first match. What an exciting encounter, and we congratulate Wasim on winning the man of the match.